So over the past couple days, the homes of both Mitch McConnell and Nancy Pelosi have been spray painted and have had other things done to them by people within their communities. I'm going to put some pictures up on the screen right now. One of them was in the thumbnail, and you can see in this first picture here, this is Nancy Pelosi's garage in her house. It basically asks for rent to be canceled for $2,000. There's other things happening in the foreground, basically demanding immediate relief for working class people. And then the Mitch McConnell house, you can see right on his front door, basically saying, "Where's my money?" And there's another one suggesting that Mitch McConnell is causing poor people to lose their lives. And I think this captures a real anger and frustration within American society. Look, we can have a reasonable debate about whether or not these tactics are appropriate or effective, or whether they should be part of, a functioning, progressive or anti-establishment strategy. But I think to outright 100% condemn this is probably inappropriate for at least a few reasons. The key reason, of course, being that American working class people are absolutely suffering. And Mitch McConnell here deserves it even more, I have to say, because at the very least, look, Pelosi's a ghoul, but at the very least, Pelosi's house overwhelmingly did pass that bill for the $2,000 checks. I don't know if Pelosi was forced to do it by the overwhelming will of the people, but at the end of the day, at the very least, she broke and she acknowledged that it needed to happen. Mitch McConnell won't even hold a vote. We've been covering it on this channel for the last few days. All Bernie Sanders has been asking for, all he's been asking for, is a vote on the $2,000 checks. Maybe it won't pass. Maybe, Republican senators, even a couple Democratic, awful ghouls will block it. But the fact of the matter is the people deserve a vote. Mitch McConnell will not even let the American people know what their representatives in the Senate's views are on this crucial matter of survival. And so Mitch McConnell is blocking not just the $2,000 checks, which may well pass given how angry people are and how bipartisan the support for them is, but he's blocking the procedures of even having those voices heard. So I think to a certain degree, look, if you are going to, go into a politician's home, go onto a politician's property and express distaste, maybe this isn't the worst way to do it. No permanent damage has been done. There was no, direct, attacks on the people living in the homes. I don't know, guys. I'm really torn on this because personally, if I was, the sergeant of leftism, if I was, undertaking these actions, I don't know if personally I would do these things. In fact, I would say I would 100% never do these things personally. And if people were asking for my recommendations, I would probably never recommend these particular actions, ever. But the point is, people are hurting. People are frustrated. People are on the brink of not being able to survive. And Mitch McConnell and Nancy Pelosi, not only are they both very wealthy people, very comfortable people personally, but they have a lot of power, and in many cases, Mitch McConnell especially, but also Pelosi, have not used their power, have not used their legislative power and their promotional power, their media, bullhorn. They haven't used their megaphone to really push forward ideas that the people need to survive, and people are frustrated. So I don't know, guys. I want to know what you think. I really do. I want to know what you think in the comments. Do you think these actions are appropriate? Do you think these actions are effective? Do you think that these actions, maybe even if you disagree with the tactics, do you think that they speak to a pain and a suffering and a desperation that is actually representative of the American working class and middle class? Would you have, say, done this, but maybe through signs? Would you have wanted a protest on the lawns or in front of the homes of these leaders? I'd love to know what you think. I think that this really is going to be something people debate. But I'll tell you one thing. I can't outright 100% condemn this, because I know that at the end of the day, if you're struggling to survive while politicians deny you the ability to survive, you got to be at least a little angry.